Hello everyone, I'm Professor Geek. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about The Mandalorian and the reactions people have been giving it and the reviews. I haven't seen it yet myself, I just have a couple of comments to make about it. I tried to make this on the last office hours we did, but my ever sunny Disney Star Wars apologist co-host Al simply wasn't having any dissent from his sentiment on Disney Star Wars, so it was hard to express this all there. So I figured I'd just make a video here. And Mandalorian has gotten some great reviews. The general sentiment is that it seems to be a sharp turn in the direction of what traditional Disney Star Wars want. It doesn't seem like it's going the way of Disney Star Wars right now. And all of that's good. Ethan Van Sciver did a great review on it, talking about the even the little Easter eggs in it are the references, straight out references to the holiday special, which, you know, is great. And of course you'd have to have that, right? Because that was the first appearance of Boba Fett. So you would need that in there, you know, to have this Mandalorian as well. I think people need to temper their excitement about this, though. It's going to be an eight episode series. We've had the first one. So far, so good. And that's great. That's great. Maybe, you know, fingers crossed, it'll be a little bright spot in the midst of Disney Star Wars track record of complete and horrible mishandling of the franchise. I myself am not going to watch this until the entire series is out. Disney no longer deserves your trust, your give it a chance. Disney doesn't deserve that anymore. So I'm going to wait and let the whole thing play out. I'm not going to invest my time and energy in a series which, given Disney's track record, is most likely going to pull some crap at the end. You know, it's most likely, you know, as Ethan said, get ready for the Mandalorian to take off the mask and it be a woman. Take that patriarchy, you know, that kind of silliness. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully it'll be a solid, just a good installment for traditional Star Wars fans that you could view as though it doesn't have to take place in the Disney continuity. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm not going to just, you know, pay for their service and go watch that and give them that chance. They don't deserve that anymore. They've mishandled the franchise so much that they don't deserve that kind of trust. They don't deserve that. Just see it and give it a chance that everybody likes to cite like a zombie. I don't think they deserve that at all. That doesn't mean that I'm calling for everybody not to go watch it, of course, you know. I mean, this is geekdom. Self-control is not a thing that most people have in geekdom. And I don't imagine that anybody's going to not see it, especially since they're offering this, you know, free trial or whatever. But however excited you are for it, I would hold off on giving it just your complete unconditional thumbs up approval until its end. Even if they don't do something big like, you know, the Mandalorian taking the, you know, mask off and it being a woman or something like that. Even if it's nothing big like that, look for little slaps in the face. Look for little Disney's insistences on their continuity. You'll have little connections. You'll have little Easter eggs. You'll have little things for them to just insist that that their continuity is the Star Wars right now. This is your Star Wars now. Now accept it. You know. Because that's what they go for. That's what they've been pushing. That's what they've been doing from the beginning, you know, wiping out the expanded universe. Oh, that's just Legends now, you know, and then commissioning their own novels to take place in their own nonsense continuity, standing on Rian Johnson's complete and total garbage dumpster fire that he did with his film, and even the silliness that even began with Force Awakens. It wasn't unsalvageable, but it was still some silliness there. So this has been Disney's MO from the beginning. Head down, push forward in their own direction, no matter what. Wait for you silly fans just to shut up and get on board. And if they can throw you a bone like The Mandalorian, sad thing is it's going to make most people more likely just to shut up and get on board. You know, you're seeing that already. But so anyway, that's my those are my thoughts on The Mandalorian. Caution. It seems to be great so far. That's wonderful. Let's see. You know, maybe it'll be a solid installment that we can actually experience and enjoy as part of our own, because fans decide the canon. It's not the copyright holders. I've talked about that before. In terms of who can write and sell stories, of course, the copyright holders, you know, control that. But Disney doesn't control Star Wars canon. George Lucas doesn't control Star Wars canon. I mean, let's just be honest. The fans, when they embrace a franchise, when they embrace a mythology, this becomes their cultural folklore. The fans decide. And the fans have absolutely rejected Disney's nonsense. So they're trying their best to weasel around this initial fan response, and just trying to. They're counting on the fact that a lot of contemporary culture, geeks included nowadays, have very short memories, and that's a problem. That's a problem, because when you don't remember the previous installments that any of this new stuff you might like is still being built upon, that's going to come back and bite you in the end with the stories. All the things you hated about the previous installments are still part of the universe, and will still come back thematically and with characters and whatnot and everything like that. So caution is what I say there. It's hard being a Star Wars fan these days, being a true original trilogy Star Wars fan. I really feel sorry, I've said before, for those who have read in the entire expanded universe and they're familiar with it already. I'm still going through it myself and discovering it, so I've got a wonderful world of Star Wars that's still at my disposal to enjoy and discover. So that's great for me. But those of you who have already read all that or seen it or whatever, yeah, I can understand the frustration of, I've got nothing new, So it's great if something like The Mandalorian or the new Star Wars video game, again, I don't know much about that at all. It's great if installments like that happen to prove that you can enjoy those and put them into your expanded universe continuity, or your preferred original trilogy, the spirit of Star Wars continuity. That's great. So that's my thoughts on The Mandalorian. I just would advise caution and hope. Let's hope that it remains good. We'll see. I'll wait for some more reviews. I don't want to spoil it for myself, but when the series has been completely released, if there's none of this nonsense, then I will go back from episode 1 and enjoy the hell out of it. But not until then. Disney doesn't deserve that trust. So that's all for now. I'll be back with another archetype video very shortly. But until then, keep enjoying and digging deeper into the hero stories you love. Thanks for watching.